Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techiemommy, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hello, hello! Happy Wednesday, everyone! Maraming salamat at to waking up to this new and glorious morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone! Welcome to the show. It's yours truly, Jaye Bautista. Maraming salamat sa ating mga regular viewers who are here joining me this Wednesday morning. Medyo I'm in a different place in my house kasi naglilinis sa baba, nag-aayos. So nandito ako sa kwarto, nasa taas ako. And thank you very much. Hold on, of course. Ayan, dito ka lalagay ito. Okay. Thank you. Happy Wednesday. Maraming magandang balita naman actually regarding technology and how we are fending in this pandemic. Good news muna tungkol sa mga travelers at tungkol sa alert levels ng COVID-19. Okay. Of course, there's a considerable drop in infections, no? Kaya nga yung mga lockdowns natin are easing up. Kagaya ng minention ko kahapon, right? Yung mga probinsya now open, all right, for travel. Those sa mga vaccinated already, for those fully vaccinated, right? 36 Philippine provinces have opened up. Dito sa Pampanga, we've always been open. Thank you very much for all those watching. Hindi ko nakikita yung mga pangalan, just the numbers. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Okay, and as I was saying, 36 provinces have opened up for the fully vaccinated. Inuulit ko na hindi na kailangan ang RT-PCR test or antigen required for these places, which is Benguet, Baguio City, all right? Ito, pakita natin. Yan, Benguet, Baguio City, Ifugao, Pangasinan, excuse me, Nueva Ecija, Nueva Vizcaya, Isabela, okay, Bayalandi, Bulacan, Pampanga, yan, matagal na naman ditong bukas talaga. Tarlac, Batangas, Cavite, Laguna, Quezon, Rizal, Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, Romblon, Masbate, saka yung Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Pati Antique, Iloilo, di ba? Nagdagsaan ng mga tao sa Boracay, hindi ka na makabook actually ng ticket mula ngayon hanggang December, puno na. Okay, Capiz, Rojas City, lalo na nung in-announce to, Diyos ko, puno na yung mga airlines. Guimaras, Negros Occidental, Bacolod, Bohol, Cebu, Leyte, Southern Leyte, Samar, Catbalogan, Misamis Oriental, Davao, Maguindanao, Agusan del Norte, Agusan del Sur, Surigao del Sur, Lanao del Norte, and Zamboanga del Sur. Okay? So yan. Yan ang 36 provinces in the Philippines that have opened up to welcome tourists, of course, and vacationing and returning residents. Okay? Hindi na kailangan ng RT-PCR test. Hindi na kailangan ng RT-PCR at saka antigen. No RT-PCR pero ang antigen required. Ay, hindi pala. Hindi na kailangan yung test. Okay? Alright. So that's the good news. Okay? And on the technology front naman, of course, as forever na lang nasa limelight ang Facebook, okay, as we know it, because of this ongoing issue about they're just being there for profit without thinking about the welfare of the people. Pues, ito na naman, okay? Meron ginawang Facebook. Facebook ends facial recognition over privacy. Okay? Alamin natin. Ang ibig sabihin, okay? Yan. Facebook ends facial recognition over privacy fears. Anong ibig sabihin? Anong kinakatakutan nila? Let's find out. Okay? Una muna pala, before I go to that pala news, kakasabi ko lang na nagbukas yung mga 36 provinces in the Philippines. But the curfew, this is news hot from the press, hot from the online internet, okay? Philippine Star, okay, says today as of 9:47 this morning, okay, there's news that curfew will be lifted in Metro Manila, okay? Manila, Philippines, ngayong 10:37 a.m. The curfew put in place as a measure to curb coronavirus infections in Metro Manila will be lifted beginning November 4, which is tomorrow. So wala na, oh my gosh. Sana naman, dahil sa paggaganyan, unti-unting iniisap, ay mag-observe pa rin tayo ng safety protocols, di ba? Kahit na maging ano ba rin tayo, normal, whatever, we, just like Taiwan and other places, because there's still viruses still out there, and because there's still clinical trials being done as to the efficacy of the vaccines, kahit na i-lift pa yan, still, we should wear masks pa rin when we go out, and still all the necessary precautions pa rin dapat. So, beginning November 4, Metro Manila Development Authority Chairperson Ben Abalos said that they will be lifting the curfew in Metro Manila. Okay, Abalos told Philippine Star this morning that the lifting of the curfew is in consideration of malls, which the MMDA asked to open at 11 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. during the holiday season in an attempt to manage traffic. In a statement, the MMDA said removing the curfew will give both mall patrons and employees enough time to get home. But kasi magbubukas na ng later especially for the holidays. The lifting of curfew hours in Metro Manila will help spread out influx of people coming to and from the malls to further reduce the risk of virus transmission. Meanwhile, curfew hours for minors will be subject to existing city ordinances. So, kanya-kanya sa local government kung ano yung kanilang rule doon na nagpe-prevail kung ano yung mga, sa pagpayag ng mga youth nila, right? Kung lalabas. The curfew, which has been in place in the capital region since the first surge of coronavirus cases in March of last year, currently lasts from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. Okay? Ayan ang curfew. Abalos, who heads the Metro Manila Council composed of Metro Manila mayors, said Monday that the local chief executives were already voting on whether to ease the curfew in the capital region and because of the continued decline of the COVID-19 cases. Okay, virus cases have dropped to levels prior to the Delta-driven surge that began in August, with the Department of Health reporting Tuesday as the lowest number of new infections since March 3, which is kahapon, okay? 2,000 plus na lang yung sa buong land ang infections daw, okay? Sabi, alright? Sana naman, true, okay? So, yun ang magandang balita, alright? Yun pa, sinabi ni Dr. Guido David that pati ang Quezon City ay nire-request sana ang alert level ay babaan na because Quezon City now is at low risk, alright? Ayan, ina-announce ko lang na dati, number 1 yung Quezon City, tapos sunod yung Manila. Quezon City is now at low risk. Quezon City positivity rate at 5%, reproduction number at 0.50%, with an HCUR of 42%, okay? So, now Quezon City is classified as low risk, alright? Alright, okay? So, yan ang balita dyan, okay? So, yan ang magandang balita. Dumababa ang number ng infections, ililift ng curfew, pero sana wag na naman mag-OA yung mga tao sa paglalabas at the same time is yung not practicing social distancing and all, okay? So, of course, because our vaccinations keep, try pa rin natin bakunahan lahat ng tao, okay? Pero meron pa akong news about the vaccine, okay? Sinabi ko na yata ito kahapon in passing. Alright? Based on news, of course, today again, okay, from Philippine Star, okay, in an article written by Sheila Chrysostoma today, ito lang ang sasabihin, na-verify na, okay, that the vaccine efficacy fades after 6 to 8 months, okay? That's why pinupush na ang booster shots. Sa Amerika, ano na yan, ibibigay na yung mga third shots, right? Pero ngayon, citing data showing that efficacy of Sinovac vaccines fades after 6 to 8 months, a member of the vaccine expert panel has pushed anew for the administration of booster shots or third doses to vulnerable individuals. Especially, unang-una, of course, ang healthcare workers natin, frontliners natin, given the China-made jabs. Kasi, di ba, unang binigay talaga ang Sinovac. Ako nga rin eh. Yan ang nakuha ko, Sinovac. Magbabiyahe pa naman ako, so, July, August, Diyos mio, sa December pa lang, February, wala nang epektong aking bakuna, right? So, yan din ang mga binigay sa ating mga healthcare workers. In an interview with the chiefs on One News on Monday night, VEP member Rotkin Solante said frontliners who were given Sinovac as the vaccine in March and April of this year, are at risk of developing severe or critical COVID-19 in November and December. Ano ba yan? When we start counting, those vulnerable at this point in time are those who were vaccinated in the beginning of March and April. These are actually the healthcare workers, of course, tsaka yung mga tatanda after. Oh my God. Solante added that since August and September, they have actually been seeing healthcare workers suffering from mild to moderate COVID-19. There also have been more breakthrough infections among the recipients of Sinovac jabs compared to other vaccines. And this is not because there are more Filipinos given the China-made vaccine. Breakthrough infections are those who contracted COVID-19 more than 14 days after completing the vaccination. According to Solante, there are already surplus of vaccine supplies that could be given to healthcare workers who are not really that many. These are the frontliners who are really taking care of COVID-19 patients. The allotment of vaccines, maybe we should prioritize healthcare workers because as we move forward, we will have some of this many surge of cases in November and December. Oh my God, November na tayo ngayon. Okay, 100% coverage. NCR is expected to achieve 100%. Oh, talaga ha? Talaga lang. COVID-19 vaccination coverage. Okay, we're hoping we could achieve that. They expect to see 100% COVID-19 vaccination coverage among the adult population by December. DOH Undersecretary and National Vaccine Operations Center Head Mirna Kabutahe said yesterday. She noted the inoculation coverage in NCR is already high for those 18 years old and above. Hopefully by November, December, the almost 100% target will be achieved in NCR. For the rest of the country, Kabutahe said they are looking at attaining full vaccination by the first quarter of 2022. All right. Sana naman. As far as pediatric vaccination is concerned, ang mga babies naman, anong balita tungkol doon? The Philippines will begin today the nationwide vaccination of children aged 12 to 17, okay? Against COVID-19 using Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. Ang gaganda naman ng gamot na para sa mga bata, right? Sana yan din ang na-inject sa akin. Malakanya. This is what we call a vaccination rollout for the rest of the pediatric population to reach the vaccination rate of 80% of the target population by December 2021. Okay? Yan ang sinabi ni spokesperson Harry Roque, enemy of the na nagkaroon ng issue nung nasa New York siya. Okay? Last month, the government initially vaccinated minors who have comorbidities. Sinabi pa ni Roque that 35.7% of the eligible population, okay, of over 27.3 million Filipinos are now fully vaccinated, and that 6.6 million doses of Pfizer and AstraZeneca arrived in the country last weekend. Naman, sana dyan na lang ako nagpa-injection. What? Well, too late the hero. Hold on a second. What happened to my... Alright, what happened? Okay. Hello there, Rami Caltuazon, who's watching. Ngayon ko lang nakita yung pangalan mo. Salamat. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hello there. All right. Okay. So yun. So sabi daw 35.7% na ng eligible population of over 27.3 million are now vaccinated. At yan, dumating pa yung maraming gamot. So please lang, of course, get yourself vaccinated, and that's the important thing. Huwag tayong gumaya sa Amerika na yung mga tao na matigas ang ulo na meron na namang surge ng Delta variant na kumakalat sa Amerika, right? Even with close to 60 million vaccines already administered, Senator Bongo continued to urge all Filipinos to get vaccinated, especially since the program is now open to the general public. So ano ba yan? Hindi na ba kailangan magpa-register? Pwede nang mag-walk-in magpabakuna? The number of cases in Manila is decreasing now. But let's not be confident. Di ba? Wag tayong maging complacent, wag tayong maging kampante. Kagaya nga sa Taiwan, kahit na halos zero ang infections doon, when they go out, nakamaskara pa rin sila because the virus is still out there. Tsaka nga yung sinetesting pa rin yung efficacy ng gamot. Ayan na nga, nalaman na 6 to 8 months lang yung visa ng Sinovac na vaccine. So, kailangan magpa-injection ulit. No? The number of cases in Manila is decreasing, okay? I urge my fellow government workers, especially our local chief executives, to ensure the continuous deployment of vaccines. Let us take it upon ourselves to bring the vaccine rollout closer to those who may have trouble getting them, such as the elderly and persons with disabilities. Tama, puntahan nyo na at bigyan nyo na sila ng vaccination sa mga bahay nila. Ito yung mga taong hindi makaalis ng bahay. Diba? Paano na lang sila? Pati rin sa mga, those who live in rural, tsaka hard to reach places. As of October 30, like a few days ago, at least 104 million vaccine doses were delivered to the country. Oh, really? 104 million vaccine doses. Oy, bakit ganun? And 59.13 million doses have been administered. What? Really? About 31.82 million Filipinos received the first dose, while more than 27 million are fully vaccinated. Meanwhile, 2.7 million doses of Sputnik 5 vaccines, or Gamaleya, arrived yesterday at the Ninoy Aquino Airport aboard Philippine Airlines. This is the biggest shipment of Russian-made jabs so far. The country is expecting to receive around 50 million more doses before this year end. Kasi nga, gusto nating ma-achieve ang at least 80% vaccinated na ang mga Pilipino by December para bababa na naman ulit yung alert level, right? Pero, wag maging kampante, right? Huwag yung sige-sige lang ang layas at hindi nagmamask, alright? Alright. Okay, alright? Okay, so I was saying, going back to ito na namang Facebook na nasa balita araw-araw. Pero yun na nga, lalo silang sumisikat pa. Okay? Facebook ends facial recognition over privacy fears. Anong ibig sabihin? Okay? From San Francisco, United States, scandal hit Facebook is shutting down, okay, its long criticized facial recognition system and deleting scan data on 1 billion people, okay? Tinanggal na yung face recognition. Delikado kasi. It said Tuesday in a shock response to privacy concerns. The announcement came as the high-tech giant battles one of its worst crises ever, with reams of internal documents leaked to reporters, lawmakers, and U.S. regulators fueling fresh calls for government regulation. Yun na nga, gusto na nilang i-mandate. Dapat yan, hindi lang ang Facebook. Dapat lahat ng social media platforms na syempre na nakakapag-post na nakaka-affect ng buhay ng mga tao ay gawan din ng government regulations. Diba? Para wag silang aabuso. Okay? This policy changes para kasing, diba, you're earning money from other people's miseries. Diba? This policy changes shut down a feature that automatically, identified people who appeared in Facebook users' digital photos and was key to the company building a global library of faces that became a magnet for controversy. Oo nga, paano hindi ka na confidential nun kung nadidetect yung mukha mo sa Facebook. Doon nga nalalaman pag yung mga stalker, yung mga naghahanap okay? So, ipapa-shutdown na ni Facebook tong feature na to. This change will represent one of the largest shifts in facial recognition usage in the technology's history. Okay, sabi ni Jerome Presenti, Vice President of Artificial Intelligence or AI at Facebook's parent company Meta. Okay? O Meta na ang pangalan ng company, hindi na Facebook. Paano hindi ibahin nila yung mga logo nila doon sa office? Anyway, there are many concerns about the place of facial recognition technology in society, all right? And regulators are still in the process of providing a clear set of rules governing its use. Sinabi ni Pesenti, they did not directly explain why the change was announced at the moment. Lalong-lalo nga naman, di ba? Perfect timing naman nang in-announce nila yan when the company, at the time na may scandal nga ang Facebook, uh, na ang mga companies are deluged with reports based on the leaked documents nga ni Francis Hogan regarding the platform at saka yung kung how insensitive ang Facebook sa safety ng kanilang mga subscribers. Winding down the system will result in the deletion of more than 1 billion people's individual facial recognition templates. Okay? He wrote, adding it would take place over the coming weeks. Oo nga, di ba sa Facebook, pag may mga nag-post ng pictures, lumalabas ka na that somebody tagged you or yung face mo nare-recognize nila sa picture ng ibang tao or sa post. Kahit na minsan hindi ikaw yun. Kamukha mo. Privacy advocates welcomed the news, but some were concerned it was an effort to score points and recent public relations disasters. Oh, siguro part ito ng crisis management, okay? PR ng Facebook. Okay lang yan. My feed is equally divided between people who think Facebook's decision to stop using its facial recognition system and delete face prints is a big deal. And the people who think it's a desperate grab for positive headlines that changes nothing of substance. So, ito sinabi ni Eva Galperin, Director of Cybersecurity at Watchdog Electronic Frontier Foundation. Siyempre, may mga privacy concerns about it, right? Kasi facial recognition or facial identification was launched in 2010. Went through changes to tighten privacy, but still was central to a significant lawsuit and regulatory scrutiny. Talaga naman kasi yun, di ba? Yun nga yun yung makikita mo na lang, mayroon ka biglang magbabiolate na message telling you na parang natag ka or na-spot yung mukha mo sa isang post ng isang member, alright? Okay. The social network agreed in 2020 to a 650 million payout, oh my gosh, after failing to win dismissal of a case alleging it illegally collected biometric information for face tagging in a violation of a 2008 Illinois privacy law. Kasi naman talaga, rin yan breaching privacy, yung na-identify ka sa picture ng mga ibang tao. Parang ni-stalk ka ng Facebook, right? The deal was one of the largest settlements in a U.S. privacy case, topped only by Facebook's $5 billion deal with the Federal Trade Commission and its data practices. Diyos ko, ang dami ng fines na binayad nitong Facebook. No? Kasi naman, billion-billion din yung kinikita nila, right? From being there. Several U.S. cities, including San Francisco, have passed bans on the use of facial recognition technology. There are concerns about creating large databases with errors in identifying some individuals. Okay? In the United States, faced with pressure from watchdogs, tech giants like Amazon, Microsoft, IBM, and Google have stopped, at least temporarily, selling facial recognition software to police forces. Okay? Facial recognition is one of the most dangerous and politically toxic technologies ever created. Talaga naman Kasi nga, di ba, yung mga criminals o yung mga fugitives na nagtatago, pero mabuti yun para sa kanila, mahanap sila. Pero yung mga personalities na gustong targetin, gustong i-assassinate or whatever, nahahanap ka, right? Breach of talaga yan, confidentiality and security. Even Facebook knows that. Sabi ni Caitlin Seeley George, campaign director at digital advocacy group Fight for the Future. Facial recognition nga naman is one of the most dangerous and politically toxic technologies ever created. Yan na nga yung mga magkakalaban sa politika, Madali nilang nahahanap isa't isa. As the company battles its whistleblower revelations, it has changed its parent company name from Facebook to Meta in an effort to move past being a scandal-plagued social network to its virtual reality vision for the future. So, bakit sila na-approve ng Meta? Meta parang generic word yan. Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, which are used by billions around the world, will keep their names under the rebranding that critics have called an effort to distract from the platform's dysfunction. All right, okay. All right. Okay. Kanina pinag-usapan natin, di ba? Because it's Christmas time. Okay, yung tungkol doon sa mga social distancing, please, kahit na magbukas na yung mga tindahan, please, 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 social distancing, please, huwag magdikit-dikit at parang mga langgam. Okay, now from Facebook, we talk about these other platforms naman, social media platforms, okay? Kasi nga, Facebook is under fire. Pati rin naman yung Instagram, di ba? Ayaw nilang paggawa ng Instagram for kids kasi yun nga, yung mental health naman ng mga bata raw na babae ay affected because of the mga Instagram posts ng magaganda, mga sexy, that has something to do with bullying or body shaming. Hello there, Angelica! Happy Wednesday, Angelica. Thank you for joining us and always supporting us. Thank you very much. Lahat ng mga programa dito sa Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Okay, so from Facebook, okay, let's talk about TikTok, YouTube, and Snapchat. Okay? All right. Baba ka na muna Facebook. Tada! Okay, now we put to the fore these other platforms. Okay? Itong news na to. All right. Ayan. TikTok, YouTube, and Snapchat defend impact on kids dun sa US hearing. Kasi nag-hearing na ito dahil sa Facebook eh. Right? Okay? A few days ago in the news, okay, Washington, United States, 3 social media networks massively popular with the youngest users. Okay, oh yeah, dito yung mga bata eh. TikTok, Snapchat, saka YouTube tried to convince skeptical US lawmakers last Tuesday that they are safe, okay, as worry about Facebook's potential harms spills over the platforms. Kasi nga dahil sa scandal na nadala ng Facebook, lahat ngayon ng mga social media platforms ay tinitignan, siyempre. Video sharing app TikTok and photo network Snapchat in their first testimony to U.S. senators argued they are built to protect against the mental health and safety risks present on social media. Paano mo kaya yun maproprotect sa TikTok? Kasi sa TikTok ano-anong klaseng kalokohan na rin yung linalabas eh. Minsan mukhang luka-luka na nga yung nagti-TikTok. How is that protecting mental health? Diba? Parang minamanifest nga doon yung mga psychosis nila sa TikTok. Well, okay. Ang sabi ni Senator Richard Blumenthal dun sa network's representatives, your defense is, we're not Facebook. Being different from Facebook is not a defense. That bar is in the gutter. Totoo, because like I was saying, you are still a social media platform. You are still spewing or posting or videos and pictures na bahala kung sino yung mag-post. Hindi mo naman makokertel. Like, kagaya ng sinabi ko sa TikTok, maraming mga walang kwentang TikTok or minsan talaga parang mga baliw talaga yung nagpo-post dyan. So sabi ni Senator Richard Blumenthal, everything you do is to add users, especially kids, and keep them on your apps. See? Parang ang totoo naman eh. Maging ano tayo dyan, realistic na talaga namang pera-pera ang mga yan, numbers, you know, adding friends, adding subscribers, adding members. And because na ma-monetize yan. Pero, intindihin nyo naman yung psychological at saka yung buhay ng mga batang naapektuhan nyo. While a recent whistleblower-fueled controversy has focused on Facebook's knowledge that its site should cause harm, other social media giants also grapple with safety issues. Totoo naman. Snapchat was built, okay, ang purpose ng Snapchat in the beginning was built as an antidote to social media. Sabi ni Jennifer Stout, Snapchat's Vice President of Global Public Policy, noting images on the platform delete by default. Under questioning later in the hearing, she said the company is making efforts to crack down on the drug dealing that has proliferated on the platform, with sometimes deadly consequences. So, ayan, pero yan, pati drug dealing nasa Snapchat. Ano ba yan? TikTok, on the other hand, said in September that it has 1 billion active users. Okay? And it has fast become a phenomenon among youths and argued it is a different kind of platform. It is not a different kind of platform in the sense that it also uses social media. TikTok, hello. May na-monetize na yata ngayon yung mga TikTok, right? Anyway, so TikTok is not a social network based on followers, all right? You watch TikToks, you create on TikTok, said Michael Beckerman, TikTok's head of public publicity in the Americas. Yet, the app has been attacked on charges that its algorithms can serve content for kids. For example, that encourages dangerous weight loss or introduces them to viral challenges that promote the destruction of school property. O yun na nga, o kung ano-ano pinapakita, minsan kalokohan, mga stage na kalokohan na TikTok eh. Baka kasi gayahin sa totoong buhay. Yung mga iba kasi, di ba, computer enhanced or whatever it is yung ginagawa nyo, yung mga effects, baka gayahin sa totoong buhay ng mga bata. So, how long will this continue, right? How long will this continue? This site also became a political battleground after then-President Donald Trump targeted the app in 2020 for a subsequently abandoned shutdown in an effort on the argument that the platform represented a national security risk because of its links to China. Diba? Yun nga daw. Hello there, Angelica. Parang medyo and no restrictions. Ano ba yan? Ang mga videos. Oo nga, talaga. Sa TikTok, di ba? Ayun sinasabi ko eh. Yung mga TikTok videos, hindi mo ma-censor. Right? And totoo, most of the kids that are using that, mga minors. Ako na nung klaseng kalokohan. Hi there, Cynthia. Cynthia Baste. Hello, hello. Can you say hello to the people?
Hello. Hello.
Ayun, ang aking better half. Okay? Anyway, so yeah. So, totoo naman, di ba? Mas maraming batang nagti-TikTok, tapos kung ano-anong ginagawa. And like I said, sometimes they alter the videos and there's effects, baka gayahin sa totoong buhay. Alright? The ByteDance subsidiary, whose equivalent in China is called Douyin, nevertheless remains well behind YouTube, which claimed 2.3 billion monthly active users. My God. Sa YouTube, grabe na. 2.3 billion active users. Though 13 is the official minimum age limit to join most social media platforms, both TikTok and YouTube have versions that are aimed at younger children. Tsaka, di ba, yung mga TikTok, my God, pati bata, kasali nagti-TikTok eh. So, ano yung sinasabi niyong age group? No, there's none. TikTok, you cannot censor because they do the videos, whoever's included there, pati mga babies, bata, sasayaw-sayaw doon. So, I think TikTok is another serious platform to consider mandating and giving government regulatory government regulations. Hi there, Tita Agnes. Tita Agnes Lakap. Bukas po, pupunta kami sa cemetery, sa Good Shepherd. Mimiss po namin kayo. Magla-light kami ulit ng candle for your dearly departed Lakaps. Okay? But anyway, hello Tita Agnes and hello to mga kasama niyo po dyan sa bahay. Sila, ano pa yung, nakalimutan ko ng pangalan, Angela, Ken, and si Kathy. Hello there sa Arayat, all the way sa Arayat. Hello. Anyway, so going back to what I was saying, di ba? Wala namang, yung TikTok eh. Walang age group. Di ba? Dapat maglagay sila doon ng kasi hindi mo man malalaman because it's live videos. So, bawal naman, di ba, sa ibang places mapakita yung mukha, lalo yung mga bata, mga babies, you don't know. Ang dami talagang kalokohan videos being shot dito sa TikTok. Okay? Sabi ng taga-TikTok, our child safety specific policies prohibit content that exploits or endangers minors on YouTube. Hindi pala. Sanabi to ni Leslie Miller, Vice President of Public Policy sa YouTube. Alright? Bakit sa YouTube din, di ba? Mga bata, mga babies, may mga videos. Yung mga baby na nagkakalat ng pagkain sa mukha or minsan nakahubo. Dahil, kita yung ba? Dapat yun, may censorship, right? YouTube has battled with a surge in COVID-19 and vaccine misinformation as the pandemic drove people online looking for information. Ganyan din yung sa Facebook, di ba? Yung mga anti-vaxxers, yung mga nagsispread ng, ng fake news. Dapat yun, ayusin din ninyo. Senator Marsha Blackburn, who was co-chairing the hearing, drew a little difference among the platforms and their arguments for safety. For too long, we have allowed platforms to promote and glorify dangerous content for kids and the teen users. How long are we going to let this continue nga naman, di ba? Ito naman, yung Facebook, including CEO Mark Zuckerberg, has delivered testimony repeatedly before U.S. lawmakers and is facing one of its worst crises ever with the leaking of thousands of internal studies to authorities and journalists. However, the company has previously been hit by major scandals that did not translate into major news because it was aimed at regulating social media. Ngayon lang pinaka siya na diin, no? Because nga, mayroon nag-whistleblow, right? Yun na nga yun, okay? Alright. Okay, on the other hand, because of this, biglang paghihigpit ng Facebook ko, no? Para, kunyari, concerned na sila sa mga hate posts or ano, may umalma dito sa Pilipinas, okay? Columnist Antonio Contreras, okay, of the Manila Times, okay, he has a byline yesterday at ang title ng byline niya, Reported Banned Turned Viral, okay? Okay, can I please read some passages from his article? After being scrutinized for their failure to rein in fakery in social media, and on the same day, they announced a change in their corporate branding to Metaverse or Meta, Facebook tagged and banned a legitimate opinion piece published by a legitimate newspaper, which is Manila Times, okay? Yan na nga. Yung itong article na to, okay, which appeared nung Sabado, October 30, sa Manila Times, was kay Antonio Contreras. Siya ang sumulat nun. Binan daw siya, okay? Okay, alamin natin, alright? Sabi niya, this was mine, okay? Facebook prevented me from posting and commenting for 24 hours after I shared the article on my wall, okay? In addition, I was also banned from doing Facebook Live for 60 days. Bakit hindi pa ako sinashut down, di ba? Banggit ako ng banggit ng Facebook dito. Well, any moment now. Well, actually, I've been feeling a little weird, di ba? I kept telling you, parang na-hack tong computer ko. Baka sila na ngayon nag-hack. I was told that I had violated Facebook's community standards. Itong sabi ni Antonio Contreras. Thus, a legitimate opinion column that was vetted by the editors of a legitimate newspaper has now been judged to have violated standards of propriety. Okay? Sabi niya, I examined my column and it did not contain any claim to facts that could be construed as fake news. And it did not incite violence. Kaya nga ako, di ba sinaside ko kasang ko kinukuhang information ko. It did not contain, okay, it did not contain abusive or offensive sexual and graphic language. It was a valid criticism of the behavior of the supporters of Vice President and presidential candidate Maria Leonor Leni Robredo. Okay? Initially, okay, I thought it was just the work of artificial intelligence flagging the word I used that is associated with a terrorist group. But then again, this wouldn't be plausible, considering that the word appears as a valid label to refer to an existing group, one that the group's members even proudly call themselves. Furthermore, if the word is flagged by Facebook's algorithm, then it behooves us to ask why it didn't ban me when I shared news articles that contained the term. O nga naman, kung na-detect ng AI yan ngayon, bakit noon hindi? No, this is not just the work of AI or artificial intelligence. This is most probably the work of pink intelligence. They want to deplatform me. Ganun pa to. Political pala ito. What lends credibility to this suspicion is the fact that a former student of mine admitted that he is a member of a group of Robredo supporters that was organized to check on anti-Lenny posts in social media with the intent of reporting these for banning and taking down, perhaps not only of the posts, but even of the accounts bearing them. Well, Mr. Contreras, of course, kung ganyan ang sinasabi mo, di ba, ganyan naman lahat, right? Even sa kampo ng Duterte, meron naman sila talaga mga trolls, meron din silang taga sa social media. Okay? Anyway, so ayoko nang pasahin pa ito any further kasi political na. But anyway, sinasabi ko lang na itong particular writer na to, his article was shut down or pulled down from the internet, and he's saying that it has a colorful taint, political na to. But anyway, yun. So, ang Facebook, siya ay sinuspend, in other words. Okay? Alright? So, I will not read anymore because panay tungkol politika. Pero ito lang sabi niya sa last ng sentence niya. I have never reported any posts for taking down, even if they were maliciously offensive and full of fakery about me. I opted to do what any mature citizen in a democracy who values free speech would do. Using my free speech rights, I argue against the post and using my reason, present my side of the story and present facts to counter the lies. Facebook, in its single act of banning me, simply validated what I wrote. And thanks to them, the article the pink loyalist didn't want to be read has instead become viral. Ayan. Oo nga naman. Pero yan, di ba? Ganun naman ang mga gusto mag-viral eh. Mag-create ka ng controversy, di ba? Ganun lang yon. Okay. Ano yan? Nakuhawa ko. So, let's go into the world of gaming. Itong Axie, alam niyo ba itong Axie game na to, di ba? Ang dami-dami dito akong kilala na naglalaro niyan. Kasi may there's money to be made there. Pero, recently, marami rin akong kakilala na nagreklamo paano nila makwanta kasi they lost money. They lost their investment. Between 50,000 to 80,000 to 100,000, yun. Ang nawala. Yun pala daw, Axie is explaining kaya nagkaganon yung kanilang site was because na-hack daw sila. Alright? Sabi nila, na-hack sila. Okay? Tingnan natin kung anong ibig nilang sabihin. Okay? Social engineering is the art of manipulating people, okay, to make them willingly give up confidential information and perform actions, right? This is one of the most effective techniques used by cyber criminals to make the victims divulge or give out sensitive information that could be used to get additional personal data and eventually steal the data or steal the identity of the victims, yun na nga, and physically steal money. Yun yung sinasabi ko yung phishing, catfishing, phishing, malware, ransomware, okay? This technique was used against one of Axie Infinity's personnel who was tricked into sharing his screen. Within a few clicks, the scammers were able to access the account of the staff. Bili mo? Ganun na kasi ngayon kagagaling eh. Diba? Ginalingan na ng mga hackers. Pag magaling ka talaga sa technology, kikita ka talaga sa panahon na to ng pandemya eh. Because, you know how to manipulate data, you know how to use it for your advantage. Okay? Tapos daw, the hacker created a fake account. Ayan. The smart contract was designed, okay. The hacker created a fake account. A fake Axie Infinity branded web page ang kanyang create, okay? And spam the link on all of Axie Infinity's Discord announcement channels, announcing an exclusive sale. 155 players clicked on the link and attempted to buy Axie's, which was actually a scam. Fake tong website na yan, okay? Ayan, yung pinakikita ko. A smart contract is a computer program or a transaction protocol that is intended to automatically execute, control, or document legal relevant events and actions according to the terms of a contract or an agreement. Okay? Nauwaw na ako. Nandito ako sa kwarto ko nasa baba pa yung tubig. Axie Infinity also reminded, pardon me, ako pwede humina sa kloro sa aking, my gosh. Excuse me. Hi. We are live and I'm going to ask for water. You there? Oh, he's not here. I think he's outside. But anyway. Let me just hold on, okay? I'm gonna drink. I have coffee pa here, Makate. Alright, coffee is actually itchy. Alright. So yun, Axie Infinity also reminded those who interacted with the smart contract lost the money they sent. Their seed phrases were not compromised. Nonetheless, we recommend that everyone who interacted with the smart contract, that they should go to https etherscan.io /token approval checker and revoke access to the, itatype ko to para makita. Wait a minute. Never mind. Basta it's go to https, of course, dash / etherscan or ETHERS. Sulat ko na nga. Let me just write it down. Okay? Para doon sa mga nawalan ng pera or nanakaw yung contract or whatever this is, hindi ko masyadong alam yung mga terms dahil hindi ako naglalaro sa Axie. Yung anak ko, oo. Alright? Let me just write you the address. etherscan.io .token ay hindi kasya / okay, so / yan, token approval okay, ayan, alright. Ayan. Okay. Here. This is the address. Okay. Kita nyo? Alright, so it's etherscan.io token approval checker. Token approval checker, okay? So, punta daw kayo sa site na yan. Alright. Go to that site and revoke access to this site immediately. Okay? Axie Infinity assured the users that the company is taking security seriously and it's committed to reimbursing everyone. Ayan sabi ng Axie, they are going to reimburse everyone who lost their funds due to this announcement. No need to report if you lost funds. We are scanning the blockchain directly. And they aim to reduce the number of people who can tag everyone on the Discord server, contacting Discord and assisting them in addressing the security flaw, reviewing security practices with all team members. Okay, mabuti naman kung ganon. Okay, here's what happened from the statement of Axie Infinity as explained, okay, in the Twitter account of Oxel Nuarashi. Firstly, the scammer will join the server with a new burner account. Or I guess there could be an assistant, and frame you to the mods that you are a scammer. They will send you Discord ID for the mod to ban, which instead of the scammer, it's you they will ban. Then, once you are banned from the server, because they social engineered the mod to do so, they will contact you with an impersonator of the moderator. They will contact you in order to get you unbanned, but you need to prove to them that you are innocent. They will ask you to remote desktop or screen share to show that you are innocent. Please don't do it. These are the hackers. If you send them that, basically your account will be compromised and they will be free to use your account however they want, including scamming your own community using your account. So do not show them or share your screen dun sa mga tong imposter na to ng Axie. They will let you control shift to view the console and then show them your authentication token on Discord's console. Don't do it, okay? So yan, beware these Axie players, all right? Okay, nandito na naman tayo sa ating end of the road. But meron pa ako isang last thing na gustong pag-usapan before we go, all right? So yeah, today's news, good news about the provinces opening up, but please still be careful with your safety protocols. 36 provinces have opened up, and the curfews lifted in Metro Manila. At the same time, the number of infections went down, which is pretty good. Pero yun na nga, wag tayong maging kampante. Alright? Wag na wag maging kampante. Kasi nga, nandiyan pa rin ang virus. Okay? Ano naman nangyari dito sa computer ko? Naghahang na naman. Okay, so yeah. So at this point, okay, we've reached na naman the end of our line, okay? And okay, the curfew's been lifted, but we still have to please observe our health protocols, okay? Nasabi ko na ba yun yung sa Philippines? In order ng Philippines, ang Netflix, okay, to pull out spy drama episodes daw. Philippines orders Netflix. Bakit yung Philippines ang nag-order na pull out yung utusan ba tayo ng China? Parang tanga, di ba? Nasabi, Philippines orders Netflix to remove drama episodes showing China's illegal 9-dash line. Okay. Bukas na natin pag-usapan yan. Alright? My internet is bogging down a bit. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. And tanggalin ko lang itong mga sa aking face. Alright, there you go. Alright. Ito ang Axie na hack. Kawawa naman yung mga nawala ng pera. Pero yun daw, babalik daw nila kung i-report nyo. Right? So, so there were a lot of good news that we said today. Okay, of course, bad news for Facebook. Pero, you know, I mean, I think ang dapat tuunan ng pansin hindi lang ang Facebook pero lahat ng social media platforms that of course encourages certain feelings sa mga kabataan, no? That's why thank you very much for joining me today. Of course, if you want to view past episodes that you've missed or gustong balikan, go to our YouTube page ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators, okay? I'd like to greet my Lakap family that's watching. Thank you very much for your support. And my Bautista family in Manila, in Australia, and in Europe, my Celestino family. Thank you very much. And bukas po ulit, magsama-sama tayo, alright? I have a lot of other things to talk about. Lagi tayong naubusan ng oras dahil ang isang oras seems not to be enough to talk about a lot of things. But thank you very much. And as we pray for better days, okay, better days seem to be coming. At saka holidays are coming. Christmas is nearing. Maraming tao malungkot dahil sa Pasko na to dahil iba walang trabaho. But of course, we just have to always keep faith, hope, and love in our hearts. Keep the faith alive, okay? Huwag mawawalan ng pananampalataya. Keep the hope burning. Huwag mawalan ng pag-asa. I know it's easy to say because I'm in a comfortable situation as far as, okay, my living conditions are concerned, my livelihood. But of course, we are all concerned. This pandemic has brought about a spirit of brotherhood, okay, sisterhood, or concern for everyone. Tutulungan tayong lahat, no? To lift up each other and keep us all feeling resilient and hopeful that there will be brighter days ahead. At saka love, pero pagmamahal yan, dyan lang po din galing yan, pagmamahal sa kapwa-tao. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is Jay Bautista here on Buhay Online, talking to you about technology and how we are fending in this pandemic with the use of technology and how it really is very effective in our lives. Maraming salamat po, and thank you so much for joining me. Magkita-kita po tayo ulit bukas, alright? Thank you very much, and please have a good day, everyone. Have a good lunch.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.